Good morning, I'm Nina from ninasoup.com. I'd like to talk to you about how I do my grocery list every month. Let's get to it. First, I'll go through my pantry to see what I need. I buy flowers every month and I'm well stocked up here. I believe I have 6 here. So I like to have 8 on hand. So I'll buy 2 more. I have 2 cornmeal. I should be fine with that. So I need 2 flowers. I don't have sugar. I'll add sugar to the list. I have salt, but I don't have sugar, and I need 2 of these. But because we are going to make special purchases later for the whole year, I think sugar will go in that list. So I'll get 2 flowers. In my pantry, we buy this from Sam's Club. I have 1 on hand. I think it should be fine. I have 1 that we are using. I have 2 boxes of spaghetti. It should be fine. I have enough box for my kids' snacks. And then we got the ad. So I'll go through the ad. But first, let's go get a paper to write down our list. So I need 2 flowers. And that's pretty much it. But because we are going to buy staples from Walmart for the whole year with my husband's discount, the flour will go on that list. I just need to find out what I need from other stores. So flour will go to the other list. I have enough bag on hand. Now will be the time to go through the ad. So flour, for example, doesn't go on sale in bleach flour. So I like to stock up on that every month. I like to have 8 bags on hand. And I have enough. And I'll buy 2 more to add it to it. So I'll go through the list. Here is Fairway. I'll see what they have on hand. You see they have flour here. Oh, they have bleach flour for 88 cents. So I had to check with my husband if his discount is going to make Walmart's flour cheaper than this one. If not, I'll add it here. Fairway on bleach flour. I might probably buy 5. 2 to 5. They have 68 cents pasta. It might be probably limit 4. I don't know. I buy spaghetti, but my girl, one of them is been asking for macaroni, so I might see if I need to pick up some macaroni from them, but I don't know. Most of them just prefer spaghetti, so that's why I just buy spaghetti and that's it. It's cheaper too. So I'm not seeing anything really here. I'm seeing this 20 ounces for 99 cents, but I don't think it's the best here. So we prefer to stock up from Walmart. So every week I'll go through the ad to see if something is on sale that I can purchase. A lot of time I'll find things in summer, vegetables wise, and I'll put in my freezer or meat. So when I go through the ad is to see if there is a meat that we use that I can find on sale, if there is a vegetables that I buy that I can find on sale. Now I might look for ham, but ham $1.99 a pound is not the best deal, so I'll skip that. It's not because something is the ad that I had to buy it. So I'll go through the ad very quickly and look. And I think in Fairy the only thing that I see is that they do have some vegetables on sale here. And if I buy something, that will be carrots. So I can write carrots down. But a lot of time you'll find it at Aldi for that price. So I don't think it's really a need right now. I can even skip that. Now I'll move to Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee has eggs for 88 cents. So Hy-Vee, I'm low in egg. And I can show you. So I can buy more of that, and I'm looking for butter to go on sale so that I can stock up. So I'll put egg down. Egg, I might probably buy 8 dozen of that. They have 99 cents. Baking chocolate chips. They had it last month and we purchased about 29 of them or something like that. So I stock up for the year. They're 99 cents. I bought semi-sweet and milk chocolates. So I have them here as well. So I don't think if I have money I will purchase more, but I don't think with the year-end purchases, staple purchases, I don't think I will have enough on hand to buy more of those chocolate chips. So let's move on here. They have flour on hand, but last time it will be the bleach one. Avocado for 77 cents. So I will purchase avocado. We can make avocado sandwich, or I can use it like a make guacamole. That way we can add it to spread it in the bread and add meat to it for sandwich. So I might buy, why not, 6 of them. So I'm writing down things that I need or that I'm going to buy. So I'm not seeing meat really on sale. From them, if I can open this ad. I don't like to use my saliva for those things, so sometimes it can be, they can stuck to each other. Cheese is on sale, but it's not the price that I will buy. I like the one is 99 cents for 8 ounces. They have some sales there, but it's not something I'm interested in. And my husband might probably buy apple. So that's, we buy food every week. We just go with what is on sale. So they have $1 pastas here, but buying it from Walmart and buying the box is cheaper. They have apple juice on sale. I don't buy juice, so I'm not going to worry about that. They have frozen vegetables on sale, but I think buying my peas from Walmart is a better deal. So here, yeah, well, you can see what they have. I don't know, my husband might want to buy mandarin for the kids. I don't know, that's this. A lot of time I let him decide what fruit he wants to purchase. We have a specific budget for fruits. It used to be $80, now I decreased it to $50. But I took enough out for that $80 in case we need to go past 50, we can. So we have specific budget for fruits, and I just let him decide fruits he wants to buy for the months. And he, you know, like the way I do it, he goes through the ad to see what is on sale he can purchase. Like apple, we purchase a lot. So I have apple, and this morning I'm going to serve the kids apple for snack for school. And we have a lot of apples in the crisper. It was full before, and we didn't have one here, so we ran out of it. I have another ad here that is Aldi. And let's see what Aldi has to offer. I'm not seeing, I mean, they have brown sugar and all those. I just don't buy different type of sugar. You can see chocolate chips is here, but it's not the best deal. It's 99 cents elsewhere. So I'm not seeing anything special in Aldi's. In Aldi ad. So I'm not. My husband might buy milk from them. We buy milk every week. So that will be the reason why we will go there. So it's good to go through the ad every week to see what they have on sale that, you know, you can purchase and stock up, put in the freezer for later use. If you buy it anyway, it's good to budget for those things. You just have a budget for your groceries, but try not to use all of it. Save a little bit so that you can buy, you know, your vegetables or your meat that goes on sale. So far for this month, I'll buy egg, 8 dozen from Hy-Vee, 6 avocados from Hy-Vee as well, and Fairway has flour. I might get 2 to 5 bags, and that's all I need for this month. We have rice, and I believe we saw one that is not open at the pantry. I have this icing container that I store my rice after I open it. So we have, I don't know how many gallons is this bucket, but the rice is 25 pounds. So we have one that we have not opened yet, and we have this one that we open, we are using. So I think I'm good for the month. We purchased our bags, our rice from Sam's Club. I believe it costs about $9 something for 25 pounds. So that's how I use my ad. You know, I have meat. So chicken for 79 cents a pound is not the best deal. If you don't have chicken on hand or you don't have any meat on hand, that'll be a good price to purchase it. But as for me, I have enough meat in my freezer, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to quickly get this snack ready for the kids. And while I'm at it, I can put my lace on the side. I'll wash my hands very quickly. There's some working on there. The breakfast and lunches for school. I'm going to toast the bread, bake the bread in the oven, so that it cools down by the time I'm ready for work. That way I can just put butter in it for them as well. So let's see here. I have 2 kids. They'll go to catechism in the evening. For that reason, I don't want to send them to school with a hard meal. The other they'll come back with a lot of dishes to clean. At the end of the day, they feel very tired because when they leave school, they go to catechism before they come home. Before they come home, so I will have 2 bread for each one for their lunch. I just put butter in it because for safety reasons, I don't want to serve them something that I'm not going to keep very cold or very warm. So that's 3 for their lunches. And for this morning breakfast, my oldest one might like 2, so I'm going to serve her 2. The middle one might just like 1. The youngest one might just go with 1. So I have enough breakfast. And my bread will go back in the freezer. And I don't know if I told you before, but I like to buy on sale. I don't know if you can see the price. It's $1.43 when it's on sale. Marked down twice. If I will use it, why not buying it on sale? Space in the freezer here, so I take it to my chest freezer. I'll put this in the oven. For 13 minutes, 350. So while that is working, I will work on the snacks. Every evening when they are back from school, I'll ask them to wash their lunch box. So since they're not going to take it to school this morning, it's dry. I just let it air dry. So now I'll put it away. By the way, that's a good one. It keeps their food cold, very cold or very hot, whatever I put in it. But first I'll put hot water in it if I'm going to serve hot food. I'll put hot water in it. My husband will dump the hot water later and put the hot food in it. Or if that's cold food, I'll put ice and water in it. And my husband will dump that and put the food in it for them when they are ready for school. One way to test your lunch box is to put water in it, hot water in it overnight. Let it sit for 8 to 12 hours. And later dump it on your hand to see if it's hot. If it's hot, then the box is good. It can keep your food very cold. So that's the water container. Or the water bottle. So let me get that. And that's the only things they will have to wash when they are back from school. I'll serve them their snack and their lunch in a sandwich bag. Make it easy for them to just dump it when they are back. Because I want to keep their food clean and they eat snack at different times of the day, I'll serve them in 2 bags each. Those apples are not organic, so I like to wash it with soap. And that's just my light soap. If it was grape, I'll rinse it and then I'll dip it in a mixture of water and vinegar before I will serve them. If that's just apple, there I will rub it with soap and just rinse it up. Yeah, well, it saves us money to send our kids to school with their own snack and their own lunch. I think it costs about $3 a day for them to buy lunch at school. So it saves we pay about we have done in the past, and it costs us about $500 a year to buy lunch for them at school. So by sending them to school with snack and lunch, we save about $500 on 2 kids. The third one has not started school yet. And for for lunch, I don't do anything special. I just increase the amount of food that I cook for dinner, and before I even serve everybody, I just put the food in glass bowls for them and put in the fridge. And I do the same thing for my husband and myself as well. We take food to work to save us from buying food at work. As for the girls, they drink, they just take water to school. Sometimes I serve them kefir, so I don't increase my food budget because they are taking food to school. So it does really save us money to take our own food to school or to work. So if you're on a budget, I would suggest you do the same thing. You'll save few dollars every month, and you'll eat better quality food as well because you cook it yourself. You know what is in your food. So what I will do with those kids, let's see here. They have been asking me for cereal. Maybe I'll send them a third bag. That'll be cereal that when they are out of school, on their way to catechism, they can snack on it. Yeah, I'll do cereal and peanuts. I think they'll love that. Because when they are out of school, I think a lot of times they feel hungry. So and my son, he likes his apple whole, so I'll do one whole, and I don't know when he'll get to the second one. I'll quarter it for him, just in case he's eating in the car, going somewhere with his daddy, or going to the catechism. It's easier for him to eat without making a mess. And I'll just put the food in the fridge. In the morning, while they get ready for school, I will show them what their snacks are. That's their job, to put their snacks in their bag. This is my youngest one. Those are the clothes. So we have cereal. Let me get those things out of the way. If it was cold, if it was nice outside, I'll put those in my garden. But right now it's very cold outside. I'll just put in the trash. I have a lot of fruit trees in my garden, but they are not producing yet. I mean, some of them are producing, but the apple trees are not producing yet. So hopefully we'll see what the next season, spring, if I will have apples this coming year or not. To wipe my table. Don't know if you can see, but those are wipes that we use, not towels that we use to wipe dishes. And I just don't have anything here to wash dishes. Yeah, I like to keep them here. And right now I'm out of towel, so that means we need to do laundry. I'll show you where I keep them. When we use them, the wet one, I'll just hang them above the washing machine, and I'll first rinse them in cold water and wash in hot water with my own laundry powder. So right now I'm out of towels, but we can use this one to wash dishes. And I can just, I have wipes here that we use, and they are just made out of old towels, old clothes that are 100% cotton. We just use it to mop the floor, and I wash them in hot water so they are well sanitized. Right now I have water on my counter, and those are even old diapers made out of organic bamboo. Now my kids are not using diapers, so the one that are not torn, I put them away, but the one that are torn, I repurpose it. So we use it to just clean water on the floor. Right now I have water on my counter, just wipe it all off before I get to my dry snack for the kids. And when we have white like this, we just put on the floor to be used few more times to wipe water on the floor before we send it to the basement. And to know how much to serve them, I can just use these balls, the one called ball. It works very well for me. Yeah, and one cereal is on sale. We like to purchase it like 99 cents a box. But this one, I think we ran out of the one we purchased on sale, and we purchased this from Walmart. But then I decided, you know what? I'm going to serve kids leftover food or porridge. It's healthier than those cereals. If you want to buy healthy cereals, don't just go with something because it's on sale, unless that's all we can afford. Purchase something that will say whole grain on it, or bran. If it say wheat, corn, it does not necessarily mean that it is high in fiber, because they might use the inside of the wheat, not the outside. The outside is richer in fiber, and I think it's recommended to go with something that has at least 5 grams, 4 to 5 gram fiber, and this one has 2 grams. 2 grams, I'm not sure you'll be able to see, about 2 grams of fiber. So it's low. Let's just say we are eating cookies, So yeah, it's for that reason, I just prefer, I like to have it on hand. Cereal, milk, it's good to have them on hand. You know, if you don't have time to cook, you can eat cereal and make for dinner. The milk will make it healthy. Or if you have cookies on hand, that's fine. Cookies, make sure you have milk on hand. That's good snack. Cookies and milk, that's good snack. So now we have roasted peanuts. You can just add a little bit to it for them. So they all love that. I just had to tell them not to eat it at school, to eat on their way to catechism, because I think for snack, they shouldn't bring nuts related food to the classroom, just in case somebody is allergic to it. So I'll just let them know to keep it in their bag and eat it when their daddy pick them up on their way to catechism or religious study. And this is not going in the fridge, it will just stay on the table by their water bottles. You can just put my cereals back. So I like to, one way to keep your house organized is to put everything you use back where you take them from. Everything, put them back where you take it from, and your place will be organized. Took this one from the pantry, I'll take it back. Their waters and fats. My youngest one, I like to leave, you know, this. I'll either use this one or use this one for the youngest one on his way to the catechism so he can drink water. It's just a pen jar. So I'll take the peanut. You use peanut butter. You can save your jar and repurpose it. You can drink with it. Have one pen jar, I use it to can. I just have one like this at work, which I use for water. Just take water from the fountain or from the tap at work for my drink. I don't buy coffee, I don't buy tea. When they are back in the evening, all my children have to do is wash their water bottles. Sometimes it can be hard for some of them to get their dishes, their bowls cleaned. I had to tell them over and over and over, but it's a learning process for them. I have dishwasher, I don't use it. I taught them, my 6 years old and 9 years old, I taught them how to wash dishes by hand. And they do it. They wash their dishes when they are done eating breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And when they are back from school, they wash their containers. When I'm back, I'll take a look at it. If it's not clean, I can wash it myself or let them wash it again. And then I'll air dry it and reuse it in the morning or put it away if they're not going to use it. So let's go put our bread back in the freezer where I took it. And I'll let those cool. By the time they are done showering, I'll add butter to it. The butter is in the freezer. I'll keep it in the freezer and I'll slice it with knife and just put it in it. I don't want that to melt quickly. So I let the bread cool, then I'll add the butter to it. Butter can be outside of the fridge for some hours without problem. So that's why I'll serve them bread and butter for lunch at school. And that's pretty much it. Every morning when I wake up, my house is clean because I clean it up in the evening before I go to bed. And when I wake up in the morning, I see it clean. It's not perfect, but it's good for me. I have a busy schedule. So, you know, it's not perfect, but I like it the way it is. You can do the same thing. Just make sure you declutter your house, and when you do something, remember to put it back where you took it from, and teach your children, your spouse, to do the same. It make it easier for you to go back and add your finishing top to it. But if everybody is not on board with you, they don't clean after themselves, it'll be harder for you to do all that by yourselves. So it's hard sometimes, but I like to remind them, everybody in the house, to clean after themselves. Make it easier for me to go sweep my house, put a few things in order, and I'm good. Thank you for watching. I'm Nina from ninassoap.com.